Good evening. Good evening and welcome to the 143rd Commencement Ceremony for Stillwater Area High School. My name is Robert Bach and I have the privilege of serving as the principal at Stillwater Area High School. Prior to the start of our program, I would like to call your attention to a few announcements. This commencement ceremony is the most formal recognition our students receive throughout their K-12 educational experience. As such, we ask that you treat this ceremony with the respect that it and each of our graduates deserves. Please take a minute to silence your cell phones and know that noisemakers, beach balls, whistling, and shouting are inappropriate as this formal ceremony represents a milestone event in the lives of our seniors and their families, and we want to provide a dignified experience for all in attendance. Inserted in your program is information about our academic scholars. Students are recognized as academic scholars based on their participation in our advanced placement and college in the schools courses. These courses must meet an externally normed standard of rigor. As you can see, we have a significant number of students who have chosen to take these rigorous courses. In addition, many students will be wearing stoles and cords this evening. The students wearing a gold cord have obtained a cumulative grade point average of 3.000 to 3.499 on the dual rank system. Students wearing a white cord have obtained a cumulative grade point average of 3.500 to 3.749 on the dual rank system. And students wearing black satin stoles have obtained a cumulative grade point average of 3.750 or above on the dual rank system. Congratulations to all of these students. We are exceptionally proud of their efforts, and we congratulate them on being academic leaders for their class. Finally, we encourage your graduate to pick up his or her diploma behind the stage immediately following tonight's ceremony. And now, at this time, would you all please rise and remain standing for the entrance of the class of 2019. Would you please join the Stillwater Orchestra and Choir under the direction of Mr. Zach Sawyer in the singing of our national anthem. Would the class of 2019 and our esteemed guests please be seated? Thank you. Graduates, it's my distinct privilege to address you this evening. I am proud to play a small role in your special event. Just as each of you is unique as an individual, each graduating class is also unique. Whether through memories of specific events, personalities that emerge to the forefront of the class, or attitudes that are reflected through actions taken, certain characteristics tend to emerge with each graduating class. One of the characteristics that I will forever associate with the class of 2019 is the desire for your student voice to be heard. This theme has emerged over a countless number of situations this past year, ranging from having a stronger student government representation to having input on school-wide programming to, of course, making sure that we are aware that we should let you pee. This characteristic of wanting your voice at the table is honorable. I am proud of your desires in this regard, and you should be proud that this concept is linked to your class. But as you embark upon your life's next chapter, I hope that you recognize that your experience at Stillwater Area High School has given you more than just the experience and practice of finding your voice. You see, simply having a voice is only the first step. Having a voice might imply that if you're loud enough, there might be merit to what you have to say. In order to be of transformative value to your community, however, your voice needs to not just be heard, it also needs to be articulate, coherent, and informed. While I am proud of your desire to engage in meaningful conversations, I am prouder still of your ability to engage in these conversations in educated ways. As I've watched you progress through your high school experience, I've witnessed firsthand how our AVID students have delivered the most polished and articulate presentations of any class of AVID graduates since the program started at Stillwater Area High School. I've seen how our students who participate in the Career and Technical Program through Northeast Metro 916 have provided clear and coherent instruction to other students and adults as part of their regular classroom routine. I've noticed how our students who participate in the post-secondary enrollment option have been better prepared through their experience and better informed about their own processes than any PSEO class that I can recall. And it's a fact that we have a higher percentage of students with special needs who have met state standards and graduation requirements than ever before. The bottom line is that all of you have taken a path to get here today where the common denominator is a foundation of educational excellence that has not just given you a platform to exercise your voice, but more importantly, has equipped you with the critical thinking, the analysis, and the literacy tools to use that voice in a constructive way. Because Stillwater Area High School exists as an institution of learning, I would ask that you recognize this foundation as an important component to your education. And I would even go one step farther and challenge you to remember this training going forward as you find the causes that you want to add your voice to. As a graduate of Stillwater Area High School, have your voice reflect the reason and the research that you've been trained to display while a student at Stillwater Area High School. That way, when your voice is added to the conversation, it does not add to the cacophony of discourse around political, social, or economic issues, but rather helps lead to constructive resolution of the issues of the day. We have confidence in the idea that the world will become a better place with your trained voices ready to engage. Congratulations, we are proud of you. Here this evening to offer additional congratulations is our Superintendent for Stillwater Area Public Schools, Ms. Denise Pontrelli.
Good evening, graduates, families, friends, and staff. I am so excited to stand here and look out at the class of 2019 to see all those red hats and bright smiles and represent the teachers and leaders of Stillwater Public Schools. We're all honored to share this important milestone with you this evening. Graduation is a significant accomplishment, and we recognize that you've worked very hard to get here, perhaps some of you harder than others. The accolades you are receiving tonight are well-deserved indeed. I've had the good fortune to watch you learn and grow over the past 4 years. You entered the high school with wide eyes, excitement for the future, and many questions. You've grown into confident, well-spoken, engaged, and motivated young adults ready to begin the next chapter in your story. As you continue to write your life story, remember, it's not all about the destination that we aim for in our lives. Many times it's a journey that got us there that will shape us the most. The many memories we create along the way, the successes and the failures, are often what we remember and will cherish. Plans can and will change. Goals can be redefined. Failures can turn up, but they may turn into new opportunities. My hope is that you remain persistent, flexible, and curious. that you cherish your friends and families and all the experiences that make up your history, and that you fully embrace each moment before you. We hope your journey with the Stillwater Area Schools has served you well. We look forward to hearing about your many adventures in the years to come. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Superintendent Pontrelli, for being here this evening and for your dedication to our students. Now I'd like to introduce some special guests who are with us this evening. I would ask that these people please stand and be recognized as I call their name, and that the audience please hold their applause until each member of the respective group is called. Seated on the stage this evening is our Superintendent, Ms. Denise Pontrelli, Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Bob McDowell, and members of the Stillwater Area Schools Board of Education, Mr. Mark Burns, Ms. Shelley Pearson, Ms. Jennifer Pelletier, Ms. Tina Riley, Ms. Sarah Stivland, Ms. Liz Weisberg, and our School Board Chairman, Mr. Mike Potachik. Members of the Stillwater Area High School Administrative Team, Assistant Principal Dr. Aaron Drevlo, Assistant Principal Ms. Christine Otto, Assistant Principal Ms. Shelley Fernetten, Assistant Principal Mr. Matt Kraft, and Assistant Principal for the St. Croix Valley ALC, Ms. Mary Leadham Tichu. Our Stillwater Area High School Guidance Counselors, Ms. Kate Nelson, Ms. Krista Coonan, Ms. Becky Hopper, Ms. Sandra Weaver, who could not be here this evening because her own daughter is graduating from college, Ms. Christina King, Mr. Jeremy Baldwin, Ms. Liz Nelson, and Mr. Dan Ralston. Seated with our graduates this evening and representing Stillwater Area High School faculty and staff are our faculty honored guests. Ms. Christine Balassis, Mr. Matt Bergquist, Ms. Kirsten Carter, Ms. Amy Kaslow, Dr. Colleen Feldman, Ms. Deb Gray, Mr. Matt Hemingway, Ms. Amy Hoffman, Ms. Becky Mazzara, Mr. John McAllister, Ms. Erin Nickleby, Ms. Stephanie Nord, Ms. Ingmarie Ryan, Ms. Naomi Skalbeck, Mr. Jerry Washburn, Ms. Jen Waddell. As these faculty members remain standing, I also want to welcome and recognize the members of the Faculty Honor Guard. These staff members have been selected by our senior class and sit in a position of honor here next to the graduates. This year's senior class has selected faculty from each elementary school and each junior high school in our district, in addition to the high school, in an effort to symbolize the entire K-12 experience that this commencement ceremony celebrates. As selected by the senior class, the members of the 2019 honored faculty: from Afton Lakeland Elementary, Ms. Lois Sortedal; from Anderson Elementary, Mr. Mark Schweitz; from Lake Elmo Elementary, Ms. Yoko Cheatham; from Lily Lake Elementary, Mr. Lane Belter; from Marine Elementary, Mr. Chris Getchell; from Oak Park Elementary, Ms. Sue Pater; from Rutherford Elementary, Mr. John Tash; from Stonebridge Elementary, Mr. Chris Haugen; from Withrow Elementary, Ms. Carla Crick; from Oakland Junior High, now middle school, Ms. Ashley Allen, Ms. Amy Cook, and Mr. Joel Raditz; from Stillwater Junior High, now middle school, Mr. Jim Amaral, Ms. Bretta Chaplinsky, Mr. Chris Mentz; and from Stillwater Area High School, Ms. Deb Drummerhausen, Mr. Mike Call, Mr. Matt Kodrowski, Mr. Dennis Lindsay, Mr. Doug Long, Mr. Brandon Maxwell, Ms. Kathy Meyer, Ms. Angela Mitchell, Ms. Jacqueline Parr, Mr. Michael Porman, Ms. Katie Papungatoa, Mr. Dennis Ryan, Mr. Ben Straka, Mr. Andrew Weaver. The people standing in front of you represent just some of the many teachers and staff members who have touched the lives of our graduates over the years and worked with parents to help make this commencement a reality. Please join the seniors and me in thanking them with a round of applause. Over the years, this class has lost loved ones, fellow students, parents, staff, and possibly other family members who are no longer with us. At this time, I would ask for a moment of silence to remember these individuals. Thank you. Now would you please direct your attention to the members of the Stillwater Area High School Choir and Orchestra, again under the direction of Mr. Zach Sawyer, as they sing and perform our school hymn, Hail to Thee, Stillwater High. Gives me chills every time I hear that. How about another round of applause, please, for our musicians? As our choir members make their way back to their seats, I now have the honor of recognizing and presenting the Distinguished Alumni Awards for the class of 2019. The Stillwater Area High School Distinguished Alumni Awards were initiated in 1987. Since that time, dozens of highly successful men and women have been honored as distinguished alumni. Whether through volunteerism, philanthropy, service, or success, they have made noteworthy contributions in many and various fields of human endeavor and enriched our world through their efforts. Graduates, these honorees have truly lived up to our motto of learning not for school, but for life. And it is our hope that their presence here this evening will inspire you to similar levels of achievement and dedication to improving the world we live in. As I call the names for the 2019 honorees, I would ask that those honorees in attendance this evening come to center stage to receive an award in recognition of their accomplishments. Our first distinguished alumnus for 2019 from the class of 1967 is Dr. David Fritz. Dr. David Fritz is a renowned scientist and researcher in the area of atmospheric dynamics with broad experience in theoretical and experimental activities. From organizing rocket campaigns in remote corners of the globe to chairing international committees on atmospheric science, he has had an important and lasting impact on all aspects of this field. A tireless researcher, Dr. Fritz has guided rocket and ground-based radar campaigns on 6 continents. He has installed atmospheric radars all over the world, and as an interdisciplinary scientist for the NASA timed satellite, he helped design a flagship mission now studying the dynamics and energetics of the middle atmosphere. Dr. Fritz earned his PhD from the University of Illinois and has held faculty positions at the University of Alaska, the University of Colorado, and Colorado State University. Dr. Fritz is unable to join us this evening as he is currently in Germany working on a project, but please join me in congratulating David Fritz. Our second distinguished alumnus for 2019 from the class of 1943 is Marcella Shell Lance. Marcella Shell Lance spent her nearly 30-year career working at the Federal Bureau of Investigation, yes, the FBI. At a time when women were limited in career opportunities and advancement, Ms. Lance found a way to serve her country and enjoy a meaningful career in public service. From 1943 to 1972, she worked in the FBI's Identification Division in Washington, D.C., under the supervision of J. Edgar Hoover. She was instrumental in managing the administration and organization of FBI records, including criminal records, fingerprints, and DNA samples. In retirement, Ms. Lance is an active and involved volunteer with the St. Croix Valley. She can be found sitting with cancer patients at Lakeview Hospital, supporting residents and welcoming guests to Boutwell's Landing Retirement Community, and serving the congregation of St. Michael's Catholic Church. Congratulations, Marcella Lance. Our third distinguished alumnus for 2019 from the class of 1968 is Robert Mcdonald III. Robert Mcdonald spent more than 40 years serving as a leader of the 3M Corporation. His distinguished career began as a mechanical and biological engineer doing product research, and he became one of the youngest 3M executives, holding these responsibilities for 20 years. Mr. Mcdonald led the firm's medical division, served as managing director of 3M Italy, oversaw the development of the 3M Innovation Center, and led the company's sales and marketing functions as Global Chief Marketing Officer. In addition to his professional career, Mr. Mcdonald has given back to the greater community by serving on various foundations and boards, including the American Red Cross, the University of Minnesota Foundation Board, and the Board of Regents for the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. He has also worked tirelessly to raise funds for ovarian cancer research. He holds a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Minnesota and an MBA and master's degree in bioengineering. Mr. Mcdonald is also unable to join us this evening as he had to catch a flight last night, but please join me in congratulating Robert Mcdonald. And our fourth distinguished alumnus for 2019 from the class of 1959 is David Magnuson. For 40 years, David Magnuson dedicated himself to serving residents of the city of Stillwater as a highly respected and trusted city attorney. He is believed to be one of the longest-serving city attorneys in our state. During his legal career, he also represented the communities of Baytown, Lakeland Shores, Gray Cloud Island, and North Oaks. Mr. Magnuson is an active volunteer in his community, serving on numerous commissions, boards, and committees. He spent many years serving as a local hockey coach and youth hockey volunteer, and as a longtime member and former president of the Stillwater Rotary. Mr. Magnuson served in the U.S. Navy for 4 years and graduated from the University of Wisconsin River Falls. He later graduated from William Mitchell College of Law in St. Paul. Congratulations, David Magnuson. I would now like to draw your attention to this year's senior class. We have 12 students who have maintained an unweighted 4.0 grade point average for their career at Stillwater Area High School. At this time, I would ask these students to stand and remain standing as I call their names. Please hold your applause. Zachary Oliseums, Peyton Clausen, Michaela Cousineau, Jacob Hulteen, Audrey Kelly, Sarah Kalaji, Catherine Kurzieski, Amy Longton, Lily Mayak, Elias Roll, Curtis Sierakowski, and Keenan Walker. This is an incredible accomplishment, and I believe they deserve a round of applause. It's customary at graduation to feature a student speaker to address the graduating class. This year, 2 students have been selected to represent the class of 2019 as speakers. Our first speaker is Abdulaziz Muhammad. Abdulaziz is the son of Muhyiddin Farah and Decca Muhammad. Abdulaziz has been an active participant in speech, debate, and student council during his career at Stillwater Area High School and has served this past year as co-president. Next year, Abdulaziz will be attending the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, where he plans to study cognitive neuroscience and political science. Please welcome Abdulaziz Muhammad.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abdulaziz Muhammad. Try saying that 5 times fast. That's why most people call me Abdul. As I stand here, it means so much to represent the class of 2019. Everyone in this room has their own identity. Everyone in this room has their own voice. These qualities are not innate. You have to find them. High school is the journey of finding them. Each of these journeys is unique, but they hold the same truths. As we celebrate our growth, it's important to recognize how we've grown. Tonight, I want to share in revisiting our stories. My story begins in 8th grade at Oakland Junior High in a little room located in the English department known as Avid. It was a class taught by this young, hip new teacher named Mr. Maxwell. Now, if you know Mr. Maxwell, he is the exact opposite of me. I was an awkward, opinionated, and talkative student who never seemed to keep his mouth shut, similar to how I am today. However, at the time, I didn't have a full understanding as to the importance of school. I was going through a difficult time in my life, similar to how many of you might have experienced in the past. As I went through my classes, I began to see that no one else looked like me. It's no secret that I'm an African American and that I will face some challenges based off of that. But it wasn't something I was fully cognizant of until then. I tried so often to mask my blackness, to mask my differences. It left me stuck in isolation, alone in an identity that was unrecognized. By trying to be like everyone else, I was becoming more and more alone, spiraling into frustration and acting out whenever I could. One day after Avid, Mr. Maxwell sat me down after class. He told me he noticed my behavior in class, but he understood why I chose to act that way. He saw me when I felt unseen. Isolation, difference, frustration. These are feelings that we've all faced at one point or another. However, those feelings should not make you act out irrationally. He said that if I needed to talk about anything, his door is always open. The conversation was honest, kind, and he spoke to me like his friend. At the end of the school year, he wrote me a letter following up on the conversation we had. I'll never forget what it mentioned. It stated, "You're opening up doors for your future. Don't forget that, and don't stop pushing yourself, defining your own voice." Maxwell's words are for all of us. We should never stop pushing ourselves to find our own voices. Sometimes the world may make us think that we're alone, but it doesn't have to make us feel that way. We must turn that feeling of isolation and turn it into power, because we have the power to overcome the world. No one came to Stillwater Area High School with their voice fully developed, But throughout high school, we've each found unique ways to express ourselves in academics, fine arts, clubs, sports, you name it. Having a voice is not always speaking up, but it's bringing yourself into the world in a way that's meaningful. We have not completed our journeys alone. Countless people, our families and friends, Stillwater faculty and staff, administrators, mentors, have all played powerful roles in helping us find our own voices. These individuals have seen us when we felt we could not see ourselves, and believed in us when we could not believe in ourselves. It's why we take the time in thanking them tonight. We might be voiceless without them. Having a voice is such a powerful thing. It can disrupt prejudices and challenge the status quo. If we fail to utilize and exercise our voice, we will lose the ability to allow our words to change us and the people around us. Don't get me wrong, it's hard to find and maintain an active voice. But if we continually allow that fear to hold us back from speaking up, we are likely going to miss out on the opportunity of being heard. As we leave this auditorium tonight, we'll begin a new chapter of lives filled with unique journeys and opportunities. It is up to us to use our voices in order to make unprecedented changes in our lives. This journey, our journey, doesn't end tonight. I can say with great confidence that in the future we'll be the leaders who will extend our hands, build deeper bridges, and seek a deeper understanding as to who we all are and the truth that we all carry. Class of 2019, this is our address, and this is our day. Thank you.
Our second speaker this evening is Annika Turnquist. Annika is the daughter of Daniel and Jennifer Turnquist. Annika has been an active participant in speech, debate, and peer helpers during her career at Stillwater Area High School. Next year, Annika will be attending the University of Denver, where she plans to study sociology of law and psychology. Please welcome Annika Turnquist.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Annika Turnquist, and honestly, I'm a little terrified to be standing up here tonight in front of you. If you had told me in 8th grade that I would be giving this graduation speech, I probably would have laughed, then cried, then run away. I could barely speak to one person in 8th grade, let alone thousands. But I've grown a lot since then. We all have. And we owe much of that growth to Stillwater area schools. As my friend Abdul said earlier, we've all done so much in the last 4 years. We've won and we've lost championships, aced and failed tests, and fallen in and out of love, and grown into the people we are today. Our experiences and opportunities, both good and bad, have shaped us into who we are sitting in this room today. So let's thank the people that have been with us through this journey. Our teachers and coaches who did their best to guide us. Thank you. Our families who stood with us through the laughter and through the tears. Thank you. Our friends and classmates who supported us and shared our days. Thank you. Now, thank yourself. You did this. This is your accomplishment. Never forget that. Class of 2019, we are a force to be reckoned with, and the world better prepare itself. We are leaving Stillwater Area High School strong. We stand up for ourselves and fight for what we believe in. We will be heard. And that's why I'm standing up here tonight, because somewhere between 8th grade and now, I found my voice, and we as a class found ours. We made the voices of young people in our community be heard, and Stillwater is a better place because of it. We stood together, we supported each other, and we fought as a group in a way I could have never expected. We started and led movements to create real change that embraced all people. Every one of us has a unique way to express our voice. As Abdul reminded us, your voice isn't only in what you say, it's in what you do. Your voice might be in your art, yours might be in your engineering, and yours might be in your music. Your voice might be heard in the way you raise your children. Your voice might be heard in new scientific discoveries or things you build or fix with your hands. Whatever your voice is, make it heard. Because we cannot forget that when we demanded to be heard, the Stillwater community listened. They listened when we spoke, when we insisted that we are a part of this community, and I am incredibly grateful for that. We're graduating high school today. This day we never thought would come is actually here. Now what are we supposed to do? The world outside of Stillwater is a scary place. It's daunting. But we have the power to change that. We are the trailblazers of the future. We have the power to go out into the world and make much needed change. We are the voices of our own futures. But the difference between us and other people our age is that we won't just talk. We will act. We will march. We will advocate. We won't just follow someone else's map. We will blaze our own trails. We will be met with challenges. Every one of us will face adversity. We will get knocked down. As young adults, we may not be taken seriously. We may be told that we are too inexperienced to lead. We may be told that we are too young to express our opinions, that we can't change the world. But regardless of what anyone says, we are powerful. Our voices are powerful. Our ideas are powerful. Our impact is powerful. Don't be afraid. The fear associated with what comes next is real, and I would never want to discount that. But your voice and its impact are just as real. If there's only one thing you take away from this speech tonight, remember that your voice cannot and will not be diminished. I've talked on and on about this grand idea of a voice, our voice. But now comes the hard part, using it. Actually going out into the world, taking what we've learned, and applying it. Remember your voice, and do not hide it just because someone tells you to. We will never be together, all of us, in one room again. When you leave this auditorium tonight and move into the rest of your life, blaze your own trail. Speak your own truths with your own unique voice. Imagine a better world. Now go out and build it. Thank you.
Seniors, you have met the requirements of the state of Minnesota and School District 834. School Board Chairman Potachik, by the authority vested in my position as principal of Stillwater Area High School, I certify that the members of the class of 2019 gathered at this ceremony have met all of the requirements necessary to graduate from Stillwater Area High School and are eligible to receive a diploma. Board Chairman Potachik, I present to you the class of 2019.
Before I acknowledge our graduates, I'd like to read a very, very short poem. How Do You Live Your Dash is the title of the poem. I read of a man who spoke to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on her tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came her date of birth and spoke the following date with tears. But he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those dates, 1950-2019. For the dash represents all the time she spent alive on earth. Not only those who loved her know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left. That can be rearranged. Be less quick to anger, show appreciation more, love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remember that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy's being read with your life actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about you and how you spent your dash? It is with great honor and pleasure that I accept recommendation that the students before us have met expectations of the members of the graduating class of 2019. The students here today have proven themselves by meeting all of the academic requirements and the state standards required by the Minnesota Department of Education. On behalf of District 834 and the Board of Education, it's a great honor to present diplomas to all of these fine young men and women from Stillwater Area High School.
Junior Marshals, would you please come forward? And will our front row of seniors please stand and follow the junior marshals behind the curtain to approach the stage in order to receive your diplomas. Parents and family members, as our graduates approach the stage, Life Touch will be taking a photo of each graduate as they prepare to receive their diploma. A proof of these photos will be emailed to each student and family. There is obviously no obligation to purchase, but please know that there will be a professional picture of your graduate available to you, so we ask that you please do not approach the stage to take pictures and remain in your seats until the end of the ceremony. We also ask that everyone respect each family's wish to hear their son or daughter's name being announced. At this time, our counselors, led by Kate Nelson, who serves students with last names beginning with letters A to B, and Christina King will begin reading the class rolls for the graduating class of 2019.
Zachariah Abdi.
Jonathan Kramer.
Baja Abdullahi.
Sarah Kramer.
Joseph Acosta.
Allison Kratzky.
Hannah Alfalter.
Caitlin Kreck.
Joshua Alfalter.
Maya Kretman.
Madeline Allis.
Nathan Krewald.
Adam Algren.
Casey Kreck.
Latifa Ajidaba.
Everett Kroll.
Mara Akwe.
Nikhil Kumaran.
Mohammed Al-Nadaf.
Noah Kunzi.
Emma Albrecht.
James Kurtz.
Isabella Allen.
Catherine Kurzajewski.
Brady Alm.
Matthew Lammers.
Brianna Amundsen.
Megan Lampright.
Isaac Anderson.
Anna Lansom.
Jolie Anderson.
Benjamin Lane.
Nathan Anderson.
Lucas Langer.
David Andrews Jr.
Mitchell Langness.
Javier Arguelles.
Catherine Lacqua.
Grace Arkell.
Nolan Larson.
Joseph Arrowwood.
Madison Lather.
Brooke Aschenbrenner.
Madeline Leach.
Trenton Atwood.
Maya Lear.
Zachary Alsiums.
Hyon Lee.
Alyssa Baker.
Tori Lee.
Sage Banshee.
Emma Lehman.
Abigail Banks.
Michael Leiter.
Isabel Bartosh.
Phoebe Lesk.
Mitchell Bast.
Jackson Liberty.
John Batterton.
Clay Lewis.
Abigail Bajan.
John Lindyberg.
Austin Begno.
Turner Lindholm.
Annalise Bell.
Julia Line.
Nicole Berglund.
Maya Lynn.
Dylan Bergman.
Margaret Liss.
Evan Berkowitz.
John Liveringhouse.
Tatiana Biesener.
Madeline Lohr.
Ida Bjorklund.
Gabrielle Lombard.
Caitlin Blomberg.
Amy Longton.
Joseph Blomquist.
Hogan Lovett.
Aaron Bloom.
Tyler Lowry.
Jackson Boardman.
Ethan Luger.
Seamus Bow.
Kendra Lundquist.
Harrison Bettner.
Daniel Lunn.
Destiny Bowles.
Kyle Lee.
Valentina Barrero.
Maya Lisney.
Benjamin Borman.
Frank Madsen.
Britta Borman.
Sydney Makowski.
Brady Bolofson.
Jorge Malone.
Emma Mae Bordeaux.
Jack Maloney.
Keaton Bordeaux.
Henry Mapstone.
Cameron Bracey.
Peter Markert.
Connor Bracey.
Jack Maroney.
Madison Bracey.
Everett Martin.
Taylor Brady.
Jamie Martin.
Cody Branch.
Lauren Martineau.
Maria Brand.
Dahlia Martinez.
Jarrett Brandt.
Alec Marching.
Marin Brandt.
Lauren Mathis.
Rosalie Braun.
Joshua Mathwig.
Nathan Breisler.
Jessica Matson.
Laurel Bremer.
Caitlin Matson.
Jakaya Brewington.
Lily Mayak.
Janaya Brewington.
Nathan Maznick.
Evan Britton.
Abigail McBride.
Constance Brockman.
Colin McCarthy.
Xander Broad.
Patrick McDowell.
Jesse Brown.
Tiara McPherson.
Peyton Bruggers.
Rose Meyer.
Ava Bruni.
Fatima Manawa.
Emily Bruno.
Albert Menga.
Benjamin Brinnestad.
Thomas Meyer.
Colin Buckley.
Mason Mikulski.
Thomas Buckery.
Vince Mikulski.
Brianna Bulow.
Matthew Miller.
Alyssa Bump.
Peyton Miller.
Cody Berger.
Abdirahman Mohammed.
Paula Burgos.
Abdulaziz Mohammed.
Trey Burnett Hine.
Ayub Mohammed.
Michelle Burton.
Cecilia Manafar.
Jacqueline Bustillos.
Chaz Morgan.
Ishmael Buta.
Mackenzie Moats.
Victoria Caligari.
Kathy Mua.
Jamar Calloway.
Colin Muehlbauer.
Elizabeth Campbell.
Elizabeth Murphy.
Benjamin Carl.
Nathan Murphy.
Elijah Carmelli.
Michaela Murphy.
Francesca Carr.
Molly Murr.
Bryn Carter.
Daniel Muths.
John Caskey.
Tara Nagel.
Samantha Chang.
Rhea Nelson.
Casey Christensen.
Sydney Nelson.
Stephanie Christopher.
Troy Nelson.
Tori Shute.
Sabrina Ness.
Grace Filkowski.
Asia Newman.
Tyler Clark.
Nathaniel Navarez.
Peyton Clausen.
Sean Newman.
Dustin Clay.
Natita Namsun Konratana.
Autumn Clemen.
Nick Wynn.
Ryan Colburn.
Remy Nobles.
Rachel Caldwell.
Johan Noor.
Abby Connors.
Muad Noor.
Ethan Conley.
John Norton.
Sydney Connor.
Anthony Novak.
Evelyn Cook.
Mauricio Novak.
William Corbett.
Mitchell Novak.
Hogan Costa.
Anna Novalani.
Sawyer Cody.
Tanrak Nanta.
Michaela Cousineau.
Anna O'Connor.
Hunter Cover.
Madeline O'Connor.
Zachary Cowley.
Olivia O'Connor.
Nelson Cox.
Alexa Olchin.
Mackenzie Coyle.
Joshua O'Hara.
Andrew Kraft.
Alunua Ojulu.
Madison Cran.
Anthony O'Keefe.
Erica Crawford.
Bethany Olson.
Grace Krieger.
Dylan Olson.
Aaliyah Crotty.
Jacob Olson.
Ashton Curtis.
Seth Olson.
Clara Curtis.
Jonas O'Malley.
Juliana Dainty.
Jared Orman Miller.
Michael Dahl Winther.
David Ose Bonsu.
Gavin Dandelay.
Mark O'Shea.
Gabrielle Danielson.
Emmanuel Osunlana.
Rachel Dankers.
Joseph Osunlana.
Ethan Darby.
Dylan Owen.
Trent Davis.
Claire Payment.
Mason Day.
Maggie Palmer.
Elijah DeYoung.
Mia Pariso.
Corinne Delaney.
Aaron Parker.
Tavia Deloach.
Noah Poshik.
Alexander DeMoss.
Mason Pozak.
Jack Denton.
Maxwell Paul.
Lars Dewall.
Marco Pavicic.
Rose DeZiel.
Celeste Pawelski.
Ethan Dick.
Ariel Pedersen.
Luke Dickinson.
Kate Pelletier.
An Dewan.
Brendan Pelto.
Ian Doggett.
Sarah Peratt.
Daniel Donahue.
Danye Perry Davis.
Caitlin Doris.
Hallie Peterson.
Heather Drake.
Matthew Peterson.
Tonson Dufranto.
Natalie Peterson.
Jeremiah Dupree.
William Peterson.
Evan Dibvig.
Andrew Fahn.
Wyatt Ecker.
Braden Feline.
Toriana Eccles.
Stephanie Pitty.
Isabella Edling.
Elia Pinazo Jimenez.
Andrew Eichten.
Caitlin Piantek.
Nicholas Ishens.
Mackenzie Platt.
Adam Isley.
Emma Palucha.
Sydney Iselt.
Catherine Poor.
Jonathan Eisenbrandt.
Azina Popula.
Greta Elliott.
Isabella Portelli.
Ryan Ellis.
Mariah Post.
Michaela Ingebretson.
Noah Potter.
Karina Engler.
Levi Prunty.
Kimberly Ehrenberg.
Molly Porman.
Kelsey Earth.
Scott Putnam.
Porter Estenson.
Catherine Raditz.
Quinn Evans.
Joseph Raleigh.
Blake Evanson.
Olivia Ralston.
Alexandra Ewing.
Nancy Ramirez Torres.
Anna Ferendorf.
Maxwell Ranala.
Doug Baltasek.
Christina Rank.
Andrew Failer.
Tana Rankin.
Ellie Fedorowski.
Elizabeth Rasmussen.
Sydney Fedorowski.
Benjamin Ruxsiedler.
Hannah Ferguson.
Caroline Reed.
Eric Fernandez.
Carlos Reyna.
Dominic Ferrari.
Isabel Roney.
Brooke Fayen.
Olivia Rice.
Valerie Fingal Guzman.
Avery Rich.
John Finney.
Alexander Richardson.
Emily Fiested.
Amelia Reese.
Jack Flaherty.
Pearson Reesberg.
Casey Flicker.
Jeffrey Robinson.
Anna Floor.
Elias Roll.
Evelyn Floor.
Cecilia Ramporto.
Thomas Flores.
Peyton Rondo.
Lyric Flowers.
Bryce Ross.
Sterling Follis.
Nathan Roth.
Melena Fragnito.
Claire Rohde.
Joshua Framke.
Jack Runge.
Maxwell Franzway.
Austin Russo.
Madeline Freitag.
Olivia Richlick.
Lauren Fredericks.
Katrina Rydeen.
William Frisch.
Aaron Saranen.
Brianna Froberg.
Chinmay Sahu.
Arthur Fugate.
Lillian Sample.
Carl Gertner.
Aslan Sanchez II.
Nevea Gagliardi.
Michelle Sanchez.
Brian Galashant.
Sarah Scalia.
Caitlin Garrity.
Quinn Schaefer.
Kylie Garvey.
Benjamin Schott.
Isaac Gast.
Joseph Sherbel.
Alicia Gates.
Josephina Sherrick.
Charles Gauker.
Emily Schertz.
Joseph Gadatis.
Daniel Schlenker.
Greta Geyser.
Dominic Schmall.
Alexia Jaleo.
Ashley Schmidt.
Morgan Gibbs.
Joshua Schneider.
Andrew Gilbert.
Madison Schneider.
Emily Gipple.
Teresa Schoenborn.
Ryan Gibson.
Noah Schoolman.
Andrew Glassman.
Parker Schulte.
William Gleason.
Nicholas Schumann.
Anna Goldstrand.
Jacob Schwartz.
Ingrid Goldstrand.
Spencer Scott.
Maxwell Gagnon.
Eliana Seagraves.
Claire Gorman.
Kayla Sears.
Levi Gregg.
Nicholas Seaman.
Taylor Gregg.
Jack Seipel.
Alexis Griffith.
Cameron Sell.
Emma Griffith.
Zachary Sussing.
Michael Griffith.
Gretchen Sharp.
Molly Griffith.
Allison Shaw.
Sierra Griffiths.
Nathan Shikonjansky.
Morgan Grimm.
Justin Siegfried.
Alexander Gritters.
Curtis Sarakowski.
Colby Gross.
Corinne Sint.
Melody Gross.
Jenna Sirleaf.
Jack Guck.
Kayla Skiba.
Catherine Guinea.
Imani Ski.
Isaac Gunderson.
Sabra Sletton.
Hannah Habib.
Ariana Smeha.
Natalie Hagel.
Bailey Smith.
Samantha Hagan.
Derek Smith.
Thomas Haggard.
Jadelyn Smith.
Eleanor Hahn.
Parker Smith.
Corinne Hale.
Lauren Smithberg.
Kayla Halloway.
Alexandra Snow.
Anissa Hamlin.
Nolan Sobchak.
Ellie Hannes.
Alicia Soltero.
Seamus Hannigan.
Jane Sorensen.
Christina Hansen.
Elizabeth Spouts.
Carter Hansen.
Cade Springer.
Celia Hansen.
Chloe Squires.
John Harrington.
James Stahl III.
Molly Harris.
Brittany Stanger.
William Harder.
Grace Stanger.
Mohammed Hassan.
Addison Stansberry.
Saleh Hassan.
Brooke Stansberry.
Sydney Hatch.
Mitchell Stanton.
Alexander Hawcom.
Maxwell Stoffer.
Jay Hawes.
Derek Stedman.
Mason Hayden.
Holly Stedman.
Charles Hazelroth.
Hunter Stormone.
Chester Hearn.
Evan Strandberg.
Taylor Heddle.
Ian Stratmone.
Devin Hain.
Madeline Strauss.
Savannah Helling.
Eric Strom.
Javier Hernandez.
Catherine Strub.
Jacob Huroff.
Marlo Sudbeck.
Grant Hippis.
Ann Sullivan.
Luke Higgins.
Charles Sullivan.
Lauren Hill.
Benjamin Swanson.
Balana Hillman.
Dallin Swanson.
Aurora Hively.
Jack Swanson.
Axel Holter.
Joshua Swedzinski.
Jack Horning.
Hannah Sween.
Megan Howard.
Simon Tangen.
Susan Hubbard.
Callie Traverna.
Logan Huber.
Kira Taylor.
Jacob Hulteen.
Samantha Taylor.
Frank Hunninghake.
Ethan Teagarden.
Lucas Hybertson.
Lily Tao.
Thomas Igo.
Rosemary Then.
Hanad Icy.
Matthew Thompson.
Jacob Jackson.
Nathan Thompson.
Madison Jacobs.
Sabrina Thuringer.
Maya Janish.
Madeline Tibbetts.
Alec Jenke.
Ryan Troutner.
Adolfo Jara.
Mackenzie Trulson.
Josephine Jelinek.
Annika Turnquist.
Sophia Jensen.
Megan Ulrich.
Tessa Johansson.
Benjamin Valerius.
Annika Johns.
Matthew Volsvig.
Annette Johnson.
Angie Vang.
Benjamin Johnson.
Ariel Vang.
Judith Johnson.
Jordan Vang.
Caitlin Johnson.
Michael Van Lieshout.
Marin Johnson.
Samantha Valella.
Race Johnson.
Mariah Vincent.
Tate Johnson.
Clarice Brambout.
Logan Jordan.
Marco Wald.
Ryan Jorgensen.
Keenan Walker.
Haley Yostis.
Lois Wallace.
Dana Junady.
Sydney Wallace.
Ariana Younghans.
Megan Walsh.
Rose Junko.
Olivia Walsh.
Hunter Kahn.
Jeremy Waingren.
Brian Kaiser.
Justin Warner.
Abdi Karim Kamal.
Wyatt Wasco.
Emmanuel Cassie.
Ezra Watrin Pino.
Misaker Cabeda.
Paxton Watson.
Kelly Keenan.
Joseph Weckworth.
Aubrey Kelly.
Julia Wigman.
Alexis Kellogg.
Olivia Widener.
Audrey Kelly.
Anna Wirtz.
Max Kennedy.
Taylor Weisbrod.
Laura Kern.
Madison Weisfenning.
Connor Kilkelly.
Alexander Wells.
Declan Kilkelly.
Jacob Welshans.
Austin Killen.
Jade Wire.
Ethan King.
Jack Whitcomb.
Peter King.
Charlie Whitehead.
Caitlin Kirby.
Alexander Wilhelmy.
Ty Klesch.
Forrest Wilkie.
Fotini Klus.
Isabel Wimberger.
Maya Nolan.
Brock Winter.
Kyle Kobernick.
Tara Wright.
Allison Kabilka.
Aaron Wergler.
Reese Kohler.
Mason Wiley.
Evelyn Cohn.
Devin Yang.
Caitlin Collender.
Gona Yang.
Sarah Kolaji.
Cooper Yuri.
Lainey Kuntz.
Thomas Johannes.
Jackson Copperwood.
Evelyn Young. Clarice Zadeklik. Claire. Riley Zellers. Kenneth Zoller.
At this time, I would ask that our guidance counselors and teachers please excuse themselves to assist our graduating seniors with diploma distribution behind the stage. I would also issue a reminder that graduates may receive their diplomas by going to the back of the stage and returning to the table where you were lined up alphabetically prior to the start of the ceremony. And now, will the graduates of Stillwater Area High School's class of 2019 please stand? And as a symbol of your achievements and a new beginning, please move your tassel from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Stillwater area community, Minnesota's best graduating class of 2019, the Stillwater Ponies!